Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is the simple way out of depression and anxiety. I didn't say the easy way out because it's not easy, and depression and anxiety is not an easy state to be in. When you're in depression, when you're in the grips of anxiety, you feel powerless. And there is no easy solution when you're in that space. And I will say right now, I'm not a medical professional. I just have suffered from depression and anxiety. I was hospitalized for depression when I was a teenager. And I've had long periods of time of being under the gloom of depression. I'm suicidally depressed at times. And more recently, as a result of some traumatic situations, have suffered from anxiety. And as isolating and as debilitating as depression and anxiety is, you're not alone. Most of the world right now is experiencing an incredible amount of stress, depression, and anxiety. Just huge for us right now. You know, it just feels like things are out of control, and the ones that are making decisions are so bigger than us, and the problems that we have are so insurmountable. I was talking to someone the other day, and they called this marred thinking, and I thought that's a really great image for it. I kind of think of it like you're viewing the world with Vaseline on your glasses. You're not seeing things clearly. Negativity, depression, it actually causes ruts in your brain, neural pathways. Your thoughts go traveling along neural pathways that are negative, that are anxiety producing. And it's not quite as simple as changing your thoughts, although for me, I got to a place where that was a very significant change. But it might be that if you're clinically depressed, you might need some form of medication to help you out of it. You could talk to your naturopath or your doctor about those possibilities. Because sometimes when you're chemically depressed, you can't just lift yourself out of that. And there are some simple things that you can change in the moment that is helpful. Get yourself outside in the sunlight. Go for a walk. Your inner gremlin voices are going to say that's full of crap and what do you know about it, and that's not going to work. And those are those negative ants in your attic, those automatic negative thoughts that are going to keep you encased in your own personal nightmare. Getting yourself out in the sunlight and going for even a walk down to the end of the block and back is an enormous step in the right direction. And the next simple thing you can do is to recognize your thoughts, to notice what you're saying to yourself or the inner dialogue that you're having. When I started to do this, it was an incredible eye-opener because I was imagining stories in my head. I was imagining gathering, a couple people together and telling them all my problems. Or I was on Oprah telling her all my problems. And I was keeping myself in kind of the role of being a victim because all these people were doing these horrible things to me. Most of it just was between my ears as opposed to what was really going on in the outside, but I was perpetuating my own mindset. Taking a walk, being out in the sunlight, noticing your thoughts. And when you start to recognize your thoughts, then you can start to do something about them. I like to personify those negating voices as gremlins. I've also heard them described as automatic negative thoughts, so if you think of them as ants in your attic, would you feed your ants in your attic? Would you feed the rats running around saying those negative things? You don't give them attention. You find some way to dismiss them. Sometimes they have more personal valence. They might be, your old boss, your ex-husband, your type A alter ego that thinks you should be more accomplished in the world. Find some way to send them off. have your ex-boss transferred to another department, put your ex-husband behind one of those soundproof plexiglass walls. And when you do that, it gives you the space to start thinking positive thoughts. And positive thoughts are not BS. You're not being a little Miss Mary Sunshine shifting to positive thoughts. What you're actually doing is you're changing your brain chemistry by rerouting those negative thoughts to positive ones. You're creating new neural pathways when you do that. And you're not lying to yourself. You're actually opening up to newer possibilities. And when you've opened yourself to newer possibilities, then you can see newer solutions, take stronger choices and actions, and you will be amazed how quickly you are able to transform your life. If you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. If you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I put out a weekly radio show and podcast. I put out a weekly blog and newsletter. I do these videos a couple times a week. I hold meetups in the Puget Sound around Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, University Place, Lakewood, and other places. And if you want to know more about how to make these shifts, how to really invest in yourself and create your own transformation, you can go to my website and look up my coaching programs. So go to joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you in another couple days with another Mystic Minute.